I do know that that there's been talk about about some different testing frameworks, especially around the interfaces and kind of making sure that we have good process for managing the APIs going forward as we continue to get users. They value having some stability around the things that they're developing against. There's also been a lot of talk around the Cinder project. I know we've had quite a few sessions around where do we go with block storage now, how do we keep pushing the envelope there and moving that project forward. The quantum networking room has been totally packed, and in networking they're talking about moving beyond just kind of layer 2 and some layer 3, which is where quantum has been focused for the most part now, and continuing to offer APIs for higher layers of networking and for even more networking services. And just a lot of things.
Cool. Now I know for this cycle for Folsom there was Cinder and Quantum, previous incubator projects that came up. I've been in a couple sessions where there were projects who were saying we'd love to be in incubation.
Yes.
And that list seems to be a very large list.
Right.
From a organizational perspective, is that going to be a larger challenge now to figure out what moves into incubation and then what moves from incubation into core?
Yeah, I think the focus for what is OpenStack core and what is the primary OpenStack software has always been around core infrastructure services, and things that are storage, compute, networking. Those all make a lot of sense there, and we have all of those now. And so as we expand beyond that, determining which ones make sense, I think there are questions that we have to answer as a community and as the technical committee and the board of directors work on this. This is something that we'll be working through. But I think the one of the things that's great about OpenStack is you don't have to be part of the official OpenStack software to be part of the OpenStack community, to get a lot of value from the community, to get exposure to these developers and these users. And some of those projects are, they aren't part of core OpenStack, they're not incubated, but they are developed by a lot of the same developers. They are deployed in various environments, and things like Solometer, which is a billing and metering system, is part of the DreamHost announcement, and has been worked on by a lot of developers who work on other OpenStack projects. So I think that yes, figuring out what moves into incubation, what moves into core is important, but it's also important to realize that there will be far more projects that are not core, but that are connected to OpenStack and that enhance what OpenStack can do over the long term. And so that's actually one of the topics that we've been talking about this week, is how do we encourage that and make sure that it's a great environment for innovation to happen around OpenStack and on top of it, and not just you have to be part of OpenStack to kind of be part of the community and set of software that